Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern. But it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Harris and Duren together in the middle. Duncan Robinson is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And for Chicago, they've got Trey Jones. Buzelis out there with Jalen Smith. Then there's Okoro, and it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Robinson. Offensive rebound, controls the rebound and the putback.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Okoro outside, back to Jones. This game could be like a tennis match, Grant, with the ball racing from one side of the court to the other.
Yeah, B.A., you can get whiplash watching these teams run up and down the floor. They like to get it and go without any hesitation.
Robinson gets the bucket.
Cunningham seeing the floor oh so well in his young career.
The Bulls have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Smith with a screen on Robinson. Smith outside. There's the triple. Duren with a rebound.
Still nothing after 4 shot attempts. They're desperate to see something fall through the net.
There's Cunningham with a 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
Offensively, they've been pretty sharp. 3 for 4 so far.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Brian, back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Harris on the wing. Six to shoot. Pass to Duren. Oh, got a piece of it. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Now let's take a minute to see the top free throw shooters in the rookie class. Matas Buzelis fourth.
This is a rookie who is not easily rattled. Very strong at the line over the last month.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Back to Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. Detroit leading by 4. Outside Robinson. Pass to Duren. To the inside. It's intercepted. Here's Buzelis. Oh, great D that time from Harris.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Duren finds Cunningham. Duren with a screen on Jones. And it's Cunningham missing. The Bulls have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Tim, you've been vocal in your praise for Cade Cunningham, and rightfully so.
Well, B.A., on any given night, Cade can be the best player on the floor. He scores, he makes plays, he rebounds, and he processes things quickly. He always seems to be under control.
Here's Giddey. He got a piece of it.
Yeah, going straight up with those long arms. Duren flat out, a brick wall around the rim.
Second shot opportunity, and it's Giddey missing.
He bailed out the defense because that's an easy look for him.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Harris. To the middle. Here's Okoro. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
And here's Cunningham. Against Toronto, he was really on his game. Outside Robinson to stop the drought. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Yeah, Cunningham keeping others involved, a true catalyst for this offense.
Here's Jones. No points so far. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Jones. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Giddey. And it's Harris with the rebound.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Thompson scanning the floor. Duren the screen. Thompson passes to Duren. Chicago with a rebound. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Let's call it what it was. They got overwhelmed. The matchups were just not in their favor.
Detroit leading by 3. Cunningham passes to Thompson. And here's Cunningham, defended by Jones. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Giddey. They set the screen. Clock at 6. Jones. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
The first one falls. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Cunningham finds Thompson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Isaac Okoro.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
No good on that one. Legs were past the halfway point of the season. Some teams starting to run out of time as far as their postseason hopes.
Well, Brian, the play-in will give teams more hope as the season winds down. But if you're in that bottom third of the league in terms of record at this point, it may be time to turn your attention to the draft.
Can be tough on a player, too, to try to finish out a season that way.
Boy, it really is.
Robinson in the post. Giddey defends. Thompson outside. Duren against Smith. Second chance effort. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. The Bulls trail by 4. Jones with the ball. Picked up by Cunningham. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. The first free throw is good. He makes 1 or 2 that time.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Jones against Cunningham. Back to Harris. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Kept alive. Out to Thompson. Takes a 3. The shot won't fall. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 3. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
They got crushed the last time they faced this team, and they only have themselves to blame.
They just committed too many mistakes. It was impossible to overcome.
Richards is checked in for Chicago. Sexton comes in for Jones. Detroit also making some changes. Stewart comes in for Thompson, and Herter's subbed in for Robinson. Stolen by Giddey. Inside, the ball's knocked loose. And they're running. Herter with it, picked up by Sexton. And it's good. 2 points. And the Pistons lead by 3.
Yeah, usually Duren is more of a finisher, but being selfless with the ball is a good thing for him in the long run.
Chicago has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Sexton looking around. Smith outside. Chicago passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Sexton passes to Richards, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
You know, Sexton can be just so clever with the ball, disrupting the defense to create for his team.
And there's 1:45 left now in the first quarter. Duren with a screen on Sexton. Pass to Duren. Here's Cunningham. Over Giddey. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
Smith finds Giddey. Pass to Richards. Now Sexton. And that misses. That would have put him up. Herter against Giddey. Herter can't hit.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Tobias Harris. That's foul number 2 for him.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Chicago making some changes. Williams is checked in for Smith. Ivy comes in for Buzelis. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Giddey. Detroit also making some changes. Holland, he's checked in for Duren. Karis LeVert comes in for Harris. Jenkins comes in for Cunningham.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Holland. It's LeVert on the wing. To the paint. And the ball out of play. The Bulls will have it. Chicago leading. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Now here's Simons. A steady force on their offense. Recording around 14.5 a game. Just 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bulls out in front, leading by just 2. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Chicago.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. Karis LeVert is out there with Holland. Then there's Kevin Herter. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Jenkins in at the point guard position. Simons with it. Still no points. Richards with a screen. Now here's Simons. The D's right on him. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Here's Holland. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
A Swiss Army knife talent, LeVert is very skilled at setting the table for his teammates.
Bulls trail by 3. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Williams with the screen. There's Simons with a 3. The rebound by Stewart.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Jenkins. He's covered by Simons. Pass to LeVert. Out to the right wing. Here's Jenkins. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. It's a 3-point game. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one.
And he is a hard charger. Ivy only plays at full speed, a great burst on his drives.
Here's Jenkins. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Pass to Holland from the arc. Richards pulls it in. For Chicago, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Holland from behind the arc. And again, no good by Detroit. Williams finds Ivy. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Tim, a top 5 pick in 2022. Jaden Ivey battled inconsistency in his first few seasons.
Well, he is an explosive athlete, and at this level, you can't dominate with speed alone. So he's continuing to put in work, and he's making real strides.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Okoro is checked in for Williams. Giddey comes in for Sexton. And it's Trey Jones in for Simons. No good on the free throw. Well, you look at the contenders, Tim. Recent history only amplifies the fact that it's a challenge to repeat as champions.
Yeah, B.A., there's a couple of things at work here. First, you're playing much deeper into June, so your offseason is shorter. And then you're a target. Every arena you walk into is a different environment once you're a champion.
Three-pointer, Stewart. Jones grabs the board. The Bulls shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Here's Giddey. To the left side wing. Richards, the pass to Ivy. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul, and he'll shoot 2. It goes on Duncan Robinson.
And Ivy has no fear when it comes to getting inside. He's got a strong frame and doesn't mind taking contact when he has to.
And both free throws good for Ivy. The Pistons have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Down low. Here's Stewart, and finished off by Stewart.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Stewart's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Outside Jones. Giddey scanning the floor. Thompson against Ivy. Back to Giddey. Just 4 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. That shot is off. For Detroit, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. For 3, Robinson. Richards pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Okoro outside. Jones against Thompson. Jones, the pass to Richards. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. The Pistons trailing. Pass to Thompson. Stewart outside. Here's Cunningham. Down low, Cunningham.
Well, as a scorer, Cunningham is equally comfortable from all 3 levels.
Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Cunningham against Jones. Knocked loose. Thompson with a steal. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, listen, Cade is too much for one defender. He didn't have a choice there but to foul him.
Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Tobias Harris checked in for Detroit. Both good from the line that time. The Bulls shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And looking at this last month, here are the NBA teams that have been outstanding at reading the opponents and picking their pockets. Number 1, Detroit.
They've really gotten after it at the defensive end, and that's been generating turnovers.
Pass to Jones. Richards with a screen. Here's the 3, and stolen by Stewart. Cunningham against Jones. To the middle. And finished off by Stewart.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
And so here is Chicago, trailing by 4. Okoro passes to Jones. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Robinson gets the bucket.
Well, a couple made threes in the first quarter, and he's not slowing down after drilling another one.
Pass to Okoro. Now Richards. Outside Giddey. Shot clock at 5. Over Harris. And it's Giddey missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
Bulls trail by 9. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And the Bulls making a change here. Buzelis is checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Pass to Okoro. A shot to stop the run. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And obviously, we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
The Pistons lead by 7. Harris on the wing. Inside, deflects the pass. Thompson's shot is off. The Bulls have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. And stolen by Cunningham. Pass to Duren. It's deflected. Here's Buzelis, pounded by Harris. Now here's Jones. Smith outside. Lets it go from deep. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Smith's got 7 points.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Harris outside. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Jones misses. Detroit leading by 4. Now Robinson. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. Here's Buzelis. Outside Jones. Pass to Smith. The 3 is up. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at Detroit, they're in the pole position right now for the top seed in the conference. And, of course, the Bulls just need to keep fighting.
Well, I think for the Pistons, They just have serious hopes for the outcome of this season. They're focused on putting up a banner.
Well, no one has been surprised by their dominance. Now they will try to take this momentum into the postseason.
Now here's Giddey. And here's Jones. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. From outside the arc. And again, Chicago, no good.
This is a game he'd like to forget. And the worst part is bringing down the whole squad.
Cunningham outside. And 1:01 left in the second quarter. Picked his pocket. Out on his own on the break. Buzelis' shot is good. Buzelis has got his third bucket of the night.
This is how you execute in transition, getting all the way to the cup.
Well, if you have an opening, hit that gas pedal, and you will get an easy two.
50 seconds left in the first half of this game. Outside Robinson. Harris outside. Fade away. Chicago with a rebound.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Puts the move on. To the paint. Robinson with a steal. Duran, the pass to Robinson. Now Cunningham. To win the cold spell. That's good from Robinson on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 6 assists here tonight. Here's Giddey. No good on the buzzer beater. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Pistons on top, up by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. Quarters are similar to the first. This one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Duncan Robinson.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
They've got Isaac Okoro. Trey Jones is out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Smith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Jones finds Smith. Robinson against Giddey. To the inside. Oh, stolen by Harris. Buzelis. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Harris.
Well, Mattis Buzelis certainly has good size, but what catches my eye are his skills. He can handle the ball and make smart decisions on the floor, which is so important for a rookie.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. After seeing a franchise player like Luka Doncic traded, you think there's anyone who is truly untouchable now, Tim?
Well, I tell you what, that trade, BA, made me realize nobody in this league is immovable. You just don't know what the future holds, and I think fewer guys will stay with one team their entire careers.
That was a shocker for sure. Oh, deflected, and they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. All right, let's get some real stats, real scores from the real NBA and see which players have been the league's top scorers over the last 10 games. 5th best, Cade Cunningham.
He's been on an absolute tear offensively. He's found something that's working for him, and he's sticking to it.
Jones against Cunningham. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Cade Cunningham picks that one up. He's gone 3 of 4 from the line. First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
Here's Cunningham. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Trey Jones.
When Cunningham gets inside and plays with force, good things tend to happen.
Second free throw, no good. The Bulls trail by 5. Okoro on the wing. Robinson defending. Smith left side. 5 on the clock. 20 feet out. And it's Giddey missing.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Inside. And a big finish by Robinson.
Each year, it feels like Harris becomes more and more versatile. He's really working to get others involved.
And so here is Chicago. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for Duncan Robinson.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Here's Buzelis. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Okoro. Robinson against Giddey. Here's Buzelis. Off target from outside.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Harris passes to Robinson. Here's Cunningham, defended by Jones. Ooh, light touch from Cunningham.
Things are starting to come together for them, and the lead is starting to grow too.
And they need to stay aggressive on defense so they can protect that lead with everything they've got.
All right, Tim, you've covered the NBA for a long time now. What's one thing you wish you could change about how we cover the game?
Well, I think there's a temptation to boil it down to hot takes, and I'd much rather see us cover the appreciation that we all have for the nuances of the actual basketball.
Game has never been more skilled than it is right now.
Totally agree.
Jones hits them both. The Pistons lead by 7. Cunningham outside. Harris on the wing. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13 and a half a game. Okoro outside. Jones against Cunningham. Jones, the pass to Smith. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. That free throw misses. So he comes up empty, missing both.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Cunningham looking it over. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trey Jones. That's his 3rd foul so far. And so it's Detroit with it. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Down low. 6 to shoot. Ooh, stolen by Smith.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented. Okay now, Rook. Buzelis showing he can finish with some power.
Detroit leading by 5. Now here's Cunningham. He's got 10. Cade on the move. Out to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. 6 points for Jalen Duren.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
Right wing. Okoro outside. Pass to Jones. Outside Giddey. Picked by Smith. Tries to break his ice. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop Duren inside. Wow, just wow.
And it's Giddey with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. 7-point differential. Thompson pulls it in.
And another miss for him. It's been this way all night, and that is tough for his team to overcome.
Harris misses. The Bulls have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Here's Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Chicago passing it around. Smith with a screen on Cunningham. From deep, Giddey. Rebound Detroit. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in the game.
I mean, he's yet to make a shot this quarter. At some point, you got to look for other ways to impact the game.
Now Duren, defended by Jones. Giddey against Robinson. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Jenkins is checked in for Cunningham.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
Now here's Harris. To the wing on the left. Here's Jenkins. Puts it up from the high post. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Back to Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Now Jones. There's the steal. And now the Pistons in transition. Jenkins' shot is good. Jenkins has got his first 2 points. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Detroit.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Buzelis' shot is good.
Yeah, this demonstrates how confident Buzelis is. He knows he can be lethal off the catch.
Detroit leading by 4. Outside Robinson. Pass to Jenkins. And here's Robinson. Duren. It's good on the putback. Duren's got 6 here in the quarter.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
To the paint. Here's Smith. Oh, man!
Look out below.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Here's Jenkins. Harris on the wing. Pass to Thompson. And here's Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots it from the corner. And again, it's Detroit converting.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
Jones, the pass to Okoro. Robinson against Giddey. Smith outside. The 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists tonight.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Richards is checked in for Smith. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Ivy's checked in for Okoro. And it's Colin Sexton in for Jones. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass. .105 left in the third. Tipped away. Stolen by Giddey.
And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Blocked! And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so, also got the body. So we'll see free throws here. These are his first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. And you look at Colin Sexton. Puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 10. Holland gets the bucket.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
LeVert goes against Ivy. LeVert with a rebound.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Clock at 6. Pass to Herter. Over Sexton. Chicago grabs the miss. Down low. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, the defender really went after him.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Hits both from the stripe. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. The Pistons on top. They lead by 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now. Trust each other and trust the loads. It's not just one-on-one defense, it's together.
A little help from your friends. Billy Donovan preaching it. Are these guys listening?
Well, you also have to credit the other team. Obviously, their offensive play calling is having an effect. We'll see what the response is.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Setting the floor for the Pistons. Holland out there with Karis LeVert. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Cunningham. And it's Herter in at the 2. Here's Cunningham. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Giddey.
Well, Cade is a former #1 pick, and the expectations were there, and it took a few years, and now he is a force to be reckoned with.
Both free throws good from Cunningham. Bulls trail by 3. Ivy with the ball. Pass to Richards. There's the double with Herter for 3. Sexton gets the 3 ball to go.
I mean, Sexton can shoot from anywhere, strong from beyond the arc.
Here's Herter. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Stewart outside. 14 feet away. And it's Cunningham missing. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Pass to Giddey. Back to Williams. Now Ivy. Outside Giddey. 5 to shoot. Over LeVert. Richards, the pass to Giddey. Williams against Cunningham. And here's Ivy from the arc. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Herter passes to Cunningham. And he drives in. Cade Cunningham, an emphatic jam.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
It is nice to have a playmaker who can also get up and finish like that.
Richards, the pass to Ivy. The rebound by Detroit. Cunningham's got 4 rebounds now. Got a hand on it.
Yeah, staying engaged defensively. Sexton, a rare swat.
Ivy passes to Sexton. Chicago passing it around. Stewart against Ivy. Launches it from deep. Holland with a rebound.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
LeVert outside. Stewart, a screen on Giddey. Inside. And finished off by Stewart.
Give credit to LeVert. The correct choice in the pick and roll. Sometimes it's best to just give up the rock.
The Bulls have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Giddey against Cunningham. Richards. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk. Boy, it's been a grinder, a back and forth all night.
Oh, 7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
Now here's Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. Back to Cunningham. Goes up on the wing. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Williams in the post. And the bucket is good. And it's a 3-point Chicago lead.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Next up, the Knicks in New York. It'll be the 4th of 5 games for them on the road. Cunningham against Giddey. Now here's Cunningham. He's closely guarded. 4 on the clock. Pass to LeVert. The 3-ball. Chicago grabs the miss. Richards has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now here's Ivy. And here's Giddey. Outside Sexton. Up top Richards. Now Williams. The shot. Ivy's shot is off.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
LeVert finds Herter. And that one drops for him.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Outside Sexton. Now here's Richards. On the wing, Ivy. He's checked by LeVert. Ivy against LeVert. Back to Giddey. For 3, Sexton. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 5 assists in the game.
You have to admire Sexton's confidence. Fantastic initiative in understanding when to shoot off the catch.
Now here's Stewart. Pass to Herter. The 15-footer. Yes, on the jumper.
Just a bad time for a defensive breakdown, and he really took advantage.
And at this stage of the game, you've got to take that. If the mid-range jumper is there, go ahead and knock it down.
Ivy with the ball. He's checked by LeVert. Here's Richards. Some solid defense from Stewart.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Pass to LeVert. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
And so here is Chicago. The Pistons getting their last shot to go.
I like seeing Giddey challenge defenses like this, making them compromise in the process.
That one's off. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Richards. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Okoro is checked in for Ivy, and it's Trey Jones in for Sexton. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Harris comes in for Holland. Thompson, he's checked in for LeVert. And it's Robinson in for Herter.
And with 4 fouls now, he has to be very careful.
Here's Cunningham. On the wing, Thompson. Now Harris, down to 5 on the shot clock. It's tipped.
After a solid first half, he's now forcing things and getting a little careless with the ball.
Here's Jones. Now Giddey. Here's Jones. Shot clock at 6. From 15 feet away. Ooh, the shot misses. The Pistons trailing. Harris. Yes, sir. Sticks the J.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
Jones with the ball. Giddey outside. Here's Buzelis. Outside Giddey. Oh, he cannot hit. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Now Giddey. A minute 35 left in the fourth. Smith. Oh, the long ball, no good. The Pistons shooting 60% here in the fourth quarter. Terrific efficiency. Smith against Cunningham. Oh, no good on the layup. Chicago trailing here. Okoro outside. Here's Smith. Outside Giddey. Smith outside. Puts up the tray. Harris there for the rebound. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Now here's Robinson. Cunningham outside. 20 feet out. Not that time.
Something's off about him this quarter.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
The Pistons on offense. It's a one-point game, and that's an intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up 2. And timeout is called. Billy Donovan. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What's the best strategy for him?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
Smith. And the 3 misses. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
Here's Buzelis. And so it's Detroit who scraped by with the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And let's reveal our player of the game, Jalen Duren.